Chapter 2, Taking Control. That we hopefully will. Waking by the sound of white morning doves cooing loudly outside my window. The sun has barely risen, meaning I'm still good on time before I need to meet Ramon. I toss my blanket off me and open my wardrobe, where my dirty training clothes from yesterday hang. Curious, how do the new recruits' clothes typically look after their first day? How they come out unscathed, but makes me wonder just how many of them struggled as I did, where they couldn't even put up so much as a fight. As even accounting for the scrawny ones, look like they can't even hurt a fly. Then again, I'm a special case. I was thrown right into battle against the best of the best in the Dominion Solus. I mean, those other lads might have been put through various regimes to build up their muscle. I can imagine how many people would have pissed themselves, quit the moment they found out they had to face Sir D on their first day. Thinking about it that way, my heart feels lighter, but my mind, dull, almost unnoticeable pounding at the side of my temples. Probably from all the beating my body took yesterday. It'll go away in time. And if it doesn't, well, I just hope it can be cured with a cold, wet towel. Last thing I need on top of all the bruises, having to ingest one of Nurse Castbringer's weird, colorless tonics. Tried to rush through putting on my clothes, but as soon as I bent down my head to put on my leather armor, some pain rippled through my head. Yeah. Tinkily grabbed my head and stand there, motionless. Not even a moment later, the pain is gone and in its place a dull pounding. Stupid body. Can't have you breaking down on me now. Please keep it together until Ramon is finished with me, okay? Fix you up then. Head cries out in pain once more. Try to pull on the rest of my gear. Simple act and yet one that brings so much pain. What's going on with me? It can't be happening right now. Can't have a repeat of yesterday's poor showing, otherwise Ramon will give up on me and cast me back into these walls. What then? Uh-oh. Whispering is back. See a pain inside my mind. I barely picture my father, reprimanding me for wasting not only Ramon's time, but his as well. After he's done, Mother would step up and take the much more gentler approach. But you see, you don't have to keep putting yourself through such hardships, right, sweetie? You can just give up, and we won't think any less of you. All the world's Atlas is standing right there, basking my failures, but not before interjecting, trying to convince our parents to give me a second chance, only so he doesn't look like an absolute bastard. Grit my teeth and bear through the pain, managing to pull on the rest of my gear with haste. Eventually the pain subsides again, but now the pounding in my head has gotten worse. But just when I think it's finally stopped, it roars back to life before slowing its pace again. Can't stand here hoping the pain will go away. Need to head to training. Some of Ramon's words from yesterday ring in my ears. Must keep fighting no matter how much it hurts to do so. I'll do just that. I'll prove to you, Ramon, that I can be a good soldier. Prove it to everyone, even myself. Trying my best to ignore the pain battering against my temples, stomp out of my room and head straight for the training grounds. While there, Dwarf Maid tries to stop me and alerts me that breakfast is ready, but I have no time. I apologize and tell her I have urgent business I need to take care of. Right on the grounds there are just as many soldiers as there were yesterday, though this time they aren't looking my way, keep their voices to hushed whispers. Not that I can even begin to imagine what they're saying. But since leaving my room, the pain in my head has only gotten worse, giving my mind very little to focus on without overloading it.
Greetings.
You're here earlier than expected. One yells at me, even though I'm only a few feet away from him. Rub the sides of my head and groan. Do you need to be so loud? Raises his brow. What are you on about? I'm talking how I normally do. Closes the gate behind me once. Jangling sound of it being slammed shut and locked pierces my ears. Hands grab my aching head. Feels like someone has grabbed my brain and racking it against the side of my skull. What's wrong? Can't reveal the truth to him, but is playing pretend really the best option? He is in the field must have trained him to pick up on even the tiniest of things. If I play it off well enough and do my best to keep my mouth shut, I'll probably get away with it. I just need to stop reacting. Play the role of the calm, cool, and collected Prince X that my parents have always dreamed of. Trying to think about the best course of action is rattling my brain, making pain worse. I need to decide now. Tell a white lie or shrug it off. I guess we'll shrug it off. No point in lying to Ramon, because I don't think that will go over well. I'll find Deo, I should say. Walk past him, but he grabs my arm, pulling me back. Though he wasn't forceful, the sudden movement caused my head to rattle.
Look me in the eye and tell me you're fine.
Staring deep into my soul, his ice-coloured eyes. He didn't look as stern as a teacher lecturing a brat on a hot summer's day. I feel like I could get lost in it, wondering what it's seen. We'll have plenty of time for that later. Staying in this moon, I can feel my heart flutter, oddly enough. Though he's frank and his voice appears as sharp as his longsword, his words tell me that I'm not going to get cut down upon answering. Maybe just constantly poked and prodded until I finally tell the truth. Father and mother, take everything I say at face value, even when everything points to the contrary. Sometimes I just want them to actually ask and pretend they cared about me. My mouth opens slightly and Ron raises his brow. The sting of thoughts stopped me in my tracks. Told him the truth, what would happen to me. Will training come to an end? Because he sees me as weak, fragile person, just like my family. Still myself. I believe I said I'm fine, said Deo. Have you done manhandling me? Can we continue with practice? Are we going to short hand-to-hand combat? I'm content either way. This is awkward. Let me go. Sword practice. You still need to improve your technique. Splendid. Get a few feet away from him and we both draw our swords. Ready? Yeah. If I can finish my monosyllabic reply, races towards me with his sword under hand. Of course you wouldn't even wait for me to stop talking. Well, you aren't getting me this time. About to deliver what he could have been a devastating uppercut via his longsword, managed to backstep in time before thrusting my rapier towards him.
Excellent.
Fix my attack with ease, like squatting a flyaway.
Listen up.
Need to be swifter and stronger with your attacks. Try again. Tightening my grip with my rapier, I charge at Raymond again. Swords continue to clash, the loud sound ringing in my ears like it did yesterday. Much more deafening this go around. Each attack with each step, I feel my head writhing in pain. It's as if my skull is being pounded with a forging hammer. Gone the sound of the world. All I can hear is my head begging for me to stop, eyes watering from all the pain. But despite my overwhelming senses, I try to remain tall and focus on one thing. Raymond. Remember what he told you yesterday, Richard? Remember what he told you yesterday, Redshirt. Keep fighting, no matter how much it hurts to do so. Affects my attack once more and sends me back. Feet drag against the dirt floor as I keep my balance.
One more time! Give me everything you've got!
I have been. Points his sword directly at me.
Then try this exercise. Channel all your anger into your next strike. Think about every misfortune you've had and who caused them. Remember how they made you feel. And now imagine me as the individual who's caused you all that pain and sorrow. Once you're ready, attack!
Okay. Take a deep breath and close my eyes, and bring my life up to this point. Quick, vivid vigentes of days gone flash in my mind. Childhood was full of love and affection. Disappeared as soon as Atlas turned 15 years of age. He'd be whisked away to private lessons. We'd get extra time with our parents. If I tried to pull my parents aside, I'd be shooed away and told to ask a maid for whatever I needed. And the whispers started too. But great, they're back. Or at least when I started to notice them. I went to the city with a maid, because I was tired of being cooped up inside that stuffy stone-walled castle. Folks made me a quick look over before gossiping about me. But when my family and I left the city, when a festival was held and we were paraded around in our decorated horse carriages, they clamoured. But there was one name they gleefully praised the loudest. Young Prince Atlas. He was primed for the spotlight. He knew how to wave, knew how to use the irritating smile of his to charm people, how to use his silver tongue to persuade even the most thick-headed of counselors to like him. And he would always just look at me, like I was some sick puppy that needed saving, butting in my conversations and pretending to care, all while wearing that grating fucking smile. Atlas. Chirping whisper came out louder than I would have liked. Rimland's eyes grew wide.
What?
Excuse me? Jealousy courses through my veins. I could feel my blood begin to boil. You have everything I wanted. For what? Just for being the heir to the throne? Everything was set before him as soon as he was born. Expectations and all. And me, nothing. And I was reminded of my inferiority every single fucking day. Pisses me off. Hate you so fucking much. Judge at the man standing before me, picturing he's the man I hold so much air for. Unable to dodge, he attempts parrying my attack. Still clashes, sparks fly. This time, the struggle doesn't immediately end. He studies me like I'm an untamed, ferocious beast, one bearing its sharp teeth as he holds it back with both hands so it doesn't bite its head off.
So that's the saucy Uriah?
Furrows his brow. Well, if you're going to give me all you got, it's only fair I do the same. Alexander, give me strength. Strength and determination run deep. It channels a hidden well of power, and quickly, tides of battle change. Using our stark height difference to his advantage, Raymond shifts his position to hover over me, and uses his strength to push me down onto my knees. Clutching my rapier as tightly as I can, but my arm is starting to shake. Head is crying out in pain.
Listen up!
What are you going to do now? Sucking my teeth, I jerk my rapier to the side and Raymond loses his balance. Vision narrows and I no longer see Ramon, but the man who's gotten everything I ever wanted. Atlas. Fueled by pure, unadulterated rage, pull my rapier back. It flies forward. Drop my weapon and clutch my head tightly with my shaking hands. Pounding is deafening now. Mouth starts to water. No matter how much I swallow, more saliva takes its place. Red shirt. Ron drops to his knees. I barely one syllable into my lie, feel something rushing from my esophagus to my mouth. Quickly cover my mouth. Rolls his eye. For fuck's sake. Go, let it out. We'll talk after. And I do. Clear, hot liquid shoots out onto the dirt ground. I'm done, over a bit before laying myself on the ground, a few feet away from my mess. Head feels much lighter now, but my aching body feels like it was beaten down by an angry mob. One stands above me with his arms crossed, looking down at the pathetic display before him.
Your Highness?
You fine, he? Jerks his head over to the bile. Well, what the hell do you call that, then? I don't answer. Do you even eat? At all? Very little energy behind my voice. Like everything was snapped out of me the moment I got sick. No, I didn't. So, not only did you lie to me, but you disobeyed my direct orders as well.
Ugh.
Well, that explains your behavior. Turns on his heel and looks over his shoulder. You need something in your system. I'll go get you some soup and water. Do you have a preference for what kind of soup that is? A hearty beef stew, potato and leek, or a flavorful fish soup? Yeah, I wouldn't mind me a hearty beef stew. Can't go wrong with that. Following Raymond on my diet, he mushes away, leaving me to my own devices. When that happens, my mind begins to stew. Just like the stew we'll be eating. Thoughts, memories of last night, emotions. It's like my body is in conflict with itself, trying to figure out how to feel. I had no one to blame but myself for this. All I had to do was eat. I couldn't even do that much. The aroma of yesterday's dinner smelled absolutely fine, as it always does. Portions were reasonable. That plate of food had been given to anyone else, they would have devoured it in a heartbeat. Hell, I normally would have. The stomach was growling so loudly you could have mistaken it for a bear trying to scare strangers from his home. Beside Atlas and him trying to play the hero, everyone sees him as ruined by any appetite I had. Hear loud footsteps approaching. I managed to push myself up and see Ramon holding a canister of water and one bowl full of the soup I'd requested. Smell delicious aroma from down here. Mouth begins to water. Takes a seat next to me and extends the food to me.
Your Highness?
Here, eat. Otherwise your symptoms will worsen. Take both the canister of water and bowl of soup from him and begin eating at a snail's pace, fear of upsetting my stomach. Eyes me carefully as I do. Two of us sit in silence as I slurp on my soup. It's peaceful and refreshing. Though, I think the refreshing part stems from me finally giving my body what it's been dying for. In between the spoonfuls of soup, I'll make sure to take sips of water. Once I'm about 2/3 of the way down through my bowl, Ramon speaks. So, mind enlighten me as to why you lied to me. Why you didn't eat. I'd love to hear it. Well, let me tackle each question one at a time. Why I lied is simple. Didn't want you seeing me as weak and thus giving up on me. Yesterday you told me that no matter what I needed to keep fighting, and I wanted to show you that I can do that even in pain. Ron stares at me and takes in my answer, but he says nothing, so I continue. As to why I didn't eat, words trail off and my mind comes to a screeching halt, trying its best to rationalize why I didn't did what I did, but put it in the most elegant of words so I come across as smarter than I truly am. But nothing comes. It all sounds so dumb. It's dumb. I'm already well aware of that. Hey, hell, you don't need to rub salt into the wound, said DR. Rolls his eyes so far back, thought for a moment it was all going to roll back into his head. And this is where it turns into a horror game, and so Dio gets possessed. Spare me the lecture. Give me your damn answer already, Redshirt. I sigh. It's because of my brother.
What?
Prince Atlas. What on earth did he do to cause you not to eat? Looked down at my soup and stirred around with the wooden spoon that Ramon had given me. Chunks of beef swirl around in light brown liquid. Simply seeing him spoils my appetite. Hear me loud and clear, Sir dear. I hate him. Wouldn't the same happen to you if you just so happened to see your worst enemy step into the room? Open his mouth and I'm almost positive a snarky retort will fly out. Don't lie to me saying you'd be a better person and ignore them, especially as someone like Atlas's caliber. It's hard to ignore. Will Ramon's eyes on me as I take another spoonful of a now tasteless soup. Point taken. I'm shift around a bit.
Listen carefully.
But you should eat whatever you can. Out in the field, there are times where we go days without food. It can take a toll on you if you aren't used to such conditions. Without proper nutrients, you get sick like you just did. Body will shut down on you.
Your Highness.
So, all I ask is that you take care of yourself. And...
I'm sorry I pushed you to a point where you thought arming yourself was necessary to prove your worth to me.
It's okay. Water under a bridge and all that. Glanced at him, eyebrows raised and mouth agape.
The fact you haven't quit yet tells me, at the very least, you do want to become a great soldier. So, good job. But don't you ever starve yourself again. You hear me?
Yes, of course, Sir Deor. Features softened upon hearing my vigorous response. See a shadow of a smile trickle on his lips. Chest feels all warm and fuzzy. The fireflies are dancing around in my body. It's hard not to smile back at him.
Excellent.
Good, now finish up your soup before it gets cold. I do. The two of us sit together in a comfortable silence, while nearby soldiers watch on, speculating on the sight in front of them. And speculate they should, because we're definitely going to be getting some leader, hopefully. The time training with Ramon has ended. It was sunset, and my stomach was already rumbling for more food. So I rushed to the dining room and, well, forgot myself and gorged down on my meal. I could feel everyone's eyes on me as I smashed food into my face. Must have been that great. Sure, they wanted to say something, but were too stunned to speak. And soon enough, I retired to my bedroom, completely exhausted. It's a miracle I managed to properly get ready for bed without falling asleep. Laying in my bed, I get comfortable under my nice wool blanket. Once my body touches my cloud-like mattress, can't help but let out a delightful moan, as all the pain from today finally releases from my aching muscles and bones. Not to mention my head, silently thanking me for finally giving it a rest on my pillow that's made out of the finest material gold can buy. I suppose today wasn't too bad, all things considered. Just as soon as I shut my eyes, there's a loud but slow-paced knock coming from my door. Perhaps I spoke too soon. Even my head seems to be agreeing with me, as traces of my migraine seems to be returning from just that knock alone. Then I roar a groan, pull myself out of bed and walk towards the door. Open it, I freeze. Father? What are you doing out so late? Should you be in? This will be quick. I only need to add a concern I have. Oh great, what is it? Concern? Is he talking about dinner? Father, I can explain. Your behavior explains plenty. Think you starve yourself when we provide you with everything you need? What's going through your head of yours last night? Great, of course he fucking heard. Maid even informed me that Atlas had personally taken your meal from last night up to your room, and still you refused to eat. Turning rather sharp, I glance as I see the castle guards carry around. Father, I admitted fault for not eating. Ram, Sadeo already gave me an earful about this already. Spare me the lecture. I don't care if you heard it from him. You're going to hear me out as well. I had a good life for you. You even honored your wish of knighthood. This is how you repay us. Starving yourself and then pigging out at dinner as if we don't feed you. Do you know how that looks? You only granted me training because Atlas convinced you so. Even more the reason to not turn away food from the man who helped you. Mother and I heard what happened at training. A nice ramble on about how you collapsed. Tell me, Redshirt, are you doing this on purpose? What do you mean by that? Taking your training as a joke. I'm not. If I was, not only did you make us look bad, but you put yourself in harm's way. Are you trying to die before you even step foot in actual combat? Roars, and I can feel my heart stop. If so, we can put an end to it right here and now. Take a shaky step forward. No, you can't do that. You only started. And take it seriously. Put in the effort and don't do such moronic things ever again. You hear me? All we can do is stare at him. Father, there you are. Coming from around the corner, I spot Atlas, panting. As he catches his breath, he walks up to us both. He's like he had more important matters to tend to. Good night, Father. Tries to close the door on him, but he grabs it and pushes it back open. You didn't answer my question. Are we clear? Excuse me, Father? I have something urgent to talk to you about. Sure, Roger would prefer the sleep. No right, sibling. Suck my teeth. We're crystal clear, Father. Good. Let's go, and I quickly slam the door shut, locking it so he doesn't have a chance to come back. Once I hear his and Atlas's voice lead the hallway, armor crumbles away. Tears prickle my eyes. Not taking it seriously? What a crock of shit. Searching for something, anything to throw. Hands grab the first thing they touch. A small ornate jewelry box off a nearby table. Toss it across the room. Crashes loudly against the wall. A few of the precious jewels fall off it. Jimmy hasn't taken me seriously. Sit on the edge of my bed with my head in my hands. Heart both aching and racing at the same time. What more do I need to do to prove myself to them? That's when the tears fall. Ironic. Taking my training as a joke. For the effort. Those cold-hearted words ringing in my head. The more I give them thought, the more they hurt. It's tough love. When the weight of the words or actions shadow your soul. Feel like 1,000 knives being driven into you one at a time. Did I even love at that point? Look around me. At the extravagant room they made for me. Life they'd given me. Then I remember the words they screamed at me yesterday. How they don't want me dying needlessly. Can't wrap my head around any of it. I need to calm down. Open my eyes, I glance over at my nightstand, where Mikhail Edois is sitting. Multiple now wilted petals lay pathetically below it. I take a sniff of the flowers. Honey scent more subdued than it was yesterday, so it does very little to clear the bleak thoughts away. I sigh and tuck myself under my sheets, doing my best to get comfortable. but no matter how much I twist and turn, or turn over my already cold pillows, can't feel at ease. Close my eyes and the whispers continue to eat away at me. Eventually, fall asleep. See what tomorrow brings, I guess. 1 week later. It hasn't been very long since I started training, and although Ramon says I'm getting better, in my eyes, my progress feels like it's going at a snail's pace. You have the footwork down, but you need to focus on your stance, and more importantly, your swings. The sun is starting to set as my training gives me some pointers. They're still a little too sluggish and sloppy. Sometimes it feels as though your blade is controlling you more than you are of it. Footwork is good, and sidestep for the most part with the occasional twisting of the feet and stumble. Can even dodge pretty well. But attacking, less than stellar. Some days I feel like my blade is as light as if it was when I first wielded it. Other days, like when we're hours into training, there are more of the knight's eyes on me. Feels like a 10-pound weight attached to my hand. The whispers. Far do they travel? Did the words even reach farther? Shake my head. Can't worry about what he said that night. Rather, I should use it as motivation to push me forward. Is that more of a stamina issues deal?
Yes.
Partly, yes, but I think it's also because you still aren't used to wielding a blade. She's Alexander into his protective covering hanging by his left side. Oh, so it has a name.
Your Highness.
Good work for today, Redshirt. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Okay, I can say I can keep going. Why are we stopping when you were supposed to be meant to trade me? Begrudgingly agree. Sure. Let's agree. Though I don't want to. Little performance I had last week. Don't think I have any authority to force Ramon's hand to continue our training. Plus, I do need a break. Fine. You sound bothered. I want to keep going, Sadir, because there's so little time and I still have so much to improve on. Try through him a confident, warm smile, even if it betrays what I truly feel inside. However, I made a promise to you to take care of myself, and I'm gonna keep my word. We made him blush, hell yeah, bonus points. And for a moment, I thought I saw Ramon's expression falter. Not sure can his cheeks take an unfamiliar warm hue. When I blink, there's that cool stoic face that I've come to know. Perhaps it was a trick of the sunlight. I appreciate that, Redshirt, but your promise to me shouldn't only be for my sake. Pokes me in the shoulder. Should be for yours as well. Now, get some rest, yeah? I will.
Excellent.
That's what I'd like to hear.
Your Highness.
Have a good rest of your day, Your Highness. Walks away, not toward the exit like normal, but rather the castle. What business does he have in there? Probably to update my family on my progress. I'll sign hand my sword off to a random knight to put away into our weapon storage. Oh, not much I can do without Raymond with me. Should hurry into the dining room before dinner's served. At least I get yelled at by father again. Signed to doing nothing more for the rest of the day, I head inside. Ended up eating dinner with only mother and father today. Alice was nowhere to be found. Although that should have cooled my anxieties, it ended up churning my stomach as the conversation slowly changed from mindless chatter to him. Mother was going on and on about the upcoming wedding with Lady Melina, and saying how she is busy in the city talking to some of the local shop owners to help build relations. All praise, no rants about the moronic things he did today. Just also disgustingly positive, and for what? What did you do to deserve any of this? I ate as fast as I could without raising any alarms. Then once my plate was clean, Ella didn't say a word as I left the dining room, though I could feel my mother's eyes on me. A couple of low-toned whispers were uttered as soon as I stepped foot out of there. Standing next to my window, look out onto the training grounds below. This hour there are a few stragglers, either finishing up their tasks for the day or getting in some last-minute training before the clock strikes midnight. I am an orc soldier practicing on a training dummy with a wooden sword. Tracks are clean. I can faintly hear the loud thuds the sword makes when it comes in contact with its target. For a few minutes, I just watch and study her, making mental notes in my mind, what she's doing right now, how I can apply that to myself. Without even realizing it, I start to mimic her, turning to have my rapier in my hand, duck and weave, twist my waist before ending it with a slash in one beautiful motion. Perhaps that's what I'm missing on top of my stamina, not moving with my upper body enough with my blade. All along she draws the sword to the ground and wipes some sweat off her brow. The soldier calls out to her, a slender, pale elf man with spiky white hair, beckoning her over. Rushes over to him and the two lay together, chatting happily, hand in hand. My attention moves back over to the sword she so happened to drop and forget about. The last couple of soldiers haven't taken notice of it. Certainly wouldn't take it from me, if I just so happened to get to it first. I never said I couldn't train after getting a much-needed break. Smoke, I rush out of my room and head to the training grounds. Time I get outside, the place is completely void of any life, save for the crickets and the occasional hoot of an owl. Well, I somehow managed to flub up against a practice dummy. At least no one will be here to see it, right? Hopping over the fence, I rush over to the wooden sword and snatch it up off the ground. It's light as my rapier, and even though I'm not used to using both arms, it doesn't feel weird at all. Guess that's why so many of the kids in Eton are always playing with them, huh? Readying the sword, I focus on my target and think back to when the soldier from moments ago did. Turn your waist and attack. Turn and attack. With a flashy look at spin forward, tend to slash it at its torso. Stumble forward, almost colliding with the damn thing instead. Damn it, put my weight forward. Try again, red shirt. As time passes me by, the sound of the wilderness grows louder. One owl turns into multiple, hooting and the occasional howl, cricket chirping, becoming a chorus of white noise that's broken up with each hit from my sword. Come on, Redshirt, you can do this. Let me sword drive you. Closing my eyes, I take in a breath of the crisp night air and exhale. The moment I let myself get lost in the wilderness noises.
You're quite the stubborn one, aren't you?
Oh, hey, Ramon. I feel my soul leave my body, hearing the gruff voice that I've grown to know. Shooting my eyes open, I spin around and see my superior taking a seat on the fence, thick grey eyebrows arched up in curiosity. Shit, you're still here? Thought you'd be long done with the business in the castle. So, Dale, what are you doing here? Doesn't say a word. Instead, he gets up and walks towards me. Look, I know you ordered me to get some rest, and I did. I just wanted to get some additional training in. Is that so bad? Takes one last step forward, puts himself right in front of me. He's completely stone-faced. It's hard to decipher what he's thinking or feeling, especially in the dim light of the night.
Listen carefully.
Don't turn your back on your target, Redshirt. What? Turn around and get in striking pose. Do as I'm told. Turn back around to face the dummy. Okay, so what advice do you have for... But before I can even finish my question, I feel a smooth leather glove on both of my arms. And someone pressing himself gently against my back.
It'd be easier to explain if I just show you.
Oh, hell yeah! I can feel him hovering over me, carefully watching my every move. Time much closer than I ever thought he would get. Gently pulls me a bit closer to him so he can have an easier time guiding me. All the while, my mind can't help but focus on how close he is. We've been trained together for a week now. 7 days of non-stop fighting and getting up in each other's faces. Where's the closeness bothering me now?
Your Highness, are you listening?
Sorry, I was getting distracted. Sorry. Can you repeat that? And he does, so he does. Our people roll of his eyes. Looks down at my hands while I do my best to keep an unsteady line of sight forward.
First of all, hold your sword properly. You're shaking.
He snakes both of his hands up to mine, clasps them together in an attempt to get them to stop trembling.
You're fine. It's just you and me. Alright?
And I'm just gonna turn into a puddle here. And you're gonna be whispering sweet nothings into my ear soon enough, aren't you? Lowers his voice to a gentle murmur. Same tone you used when I started to panic last week and lose myself. Yeah, but we're losing ourselves for a completely different reason this time, and for a good reason. Hands were mine, voice guiding me to the light, and his face being all I could focus on. That moment, it was just us. Entire body starts to relax, and I ease into his grasp, feeling all his chest up against my back, as if he were a safety blanket. Good. He had a smile on his voice. It tickles me in a weird but good way.
Listen carefully.
So first, bring your blade upwards. Sticking one hand down to my arm, and keep the other on my hands, he slowly brings them upwards, so the sword is high above my head. Now, slowly bring it downwards towards your target, aiming to cut to the waist. Don't go too far or stop too early, otherwise you'll lose some of the power of your swing, and it won't be effective. I take my time bringing the sword down, ushering it up and then down again, to get a feel for where the push and pull are coming from. I can feel the cobwebs in my brain clear, as the one stuck gear starts to turn again.
Excellent.
Now you should feel a pull as you bring your sword down, correct? I nod. As soon as you feel that pull, take a step forward and then turn your torso with the sword so you can put more power to it. Takes his hand off my arm and hand, lightly hovers them above my waist. I feel the tips of his fingers moving around, as if he were afraid to touch me. I lean into his hesitant touch, feeling my cheeks warm up. I feel his breath hitch and we stand frozen for a moment. Just us, remember? As my lips turn upwards into a smile. I trust you, Raymond. Puts a firm grasp on my waist, turns my torso as I bring down my sword. Like this, okay? I nod. With his tips and guidance, I repeat the steps back to myself. Raise my blade slightly overhead, step forward, slice down diagonally, and twist my body with it. Now, do it without my help. Steps back, taking his hand off of me, but I can still feel the warmth of his body in mine. Trail his hands left, my hands to my arms before finally my waist. Turning his hands are still there, raise my sword up into the air. Ha! Try my sword down like the practice dummy. Sure to take a step forward, turning my body with my blade. Lies with the practice dummy, again a loud thud that echoes throughout the empty training grounds. Then we clasp his hands together.
Excellent.
That was perfect. Turn on my feet to face him, His eyes is creased and his smile is so wide. You can see the deeper wrinkles around his mouth. Like a ray of sunshine finally breaking through a gloomy, cloudy day. Just the sight of this alone makes me makes me wish I could make him this proud every day. It's enchanting. Perfect, really. Just keep working on it, and you'll be swinging your up there with perfect precision and maximum power. Looks around us, taking in the peaceful display.
So, if I may ask, what's the reason for the late night training?
Walking over to the fence, I lean against it and toss my sword to my feet. Then I tie aside and throw my hands up into the air. I need to brush up on my skills. Can you blame me, though? He only thinks I'm taking this whole thing as one big joke. I want to prove to them that I'm not.
Not everyone thinks that.
Oh? Of course they do. Helen pounded on my door last night to give me an earful. Helen hasn't said much, but the fact she hasn't stood up for me makes me believe she has her reservations. Atlas, honestly, I do want to know. I shake my head. Just talking about it drains me of energy. More so than slashing at a training dummy, or practicing Ramon ever will. Every time I'm in that godforsaken castle, I feel like an outsider and that no one believes in me.
Even you.
Dark memories that plant their seeds of doubt in my mind. Heart-rending sadness I endure every time I see Atlas, my parents, and his big spoon-fed compliments. I get dubious stares or scorn, like last night. And now here I am, out here practicing because of what my father said. If I truly believed in myself, would I be out here? Would I shed tears over what he said if that were the case? Deep down, I know this. But also, there's a small bubble in my stomach, filled with the unyielding anxiety that gets more and more full. Just a simple question. What if I can't make this work? Yeah, sometimes. I have trouble picturing a future where I'm more than just me. I know on the outside my life's perfect. Who wouldn't want to be in my position? A person with noble blood running through their veins, like living a grandiose life. I call if I have a doctor at the ready to tend to me. Clues? Get those in spades. I have trouble even closing my wardrobe from all that's in there. Never had I have to worry about what or when my next meal is going to be. Thinking about it, I'm acting sort of spoiled, aren't I? I'm more than wealth or good fortune that life's already thrown my way. Moon sighs softly, looking up towards the moon. Face is tinged with melancholic nostalgia.
Asking for happiness isn't selfish. If this is what will make you happy, then continue to pursue it.
Turns to me and places his hand on my shoulder, giving a nice, comforting squeeze.
Don't let anyone, not your family, not the people of Edton, or your fears, stop you in your pursuit for happiness. Otherwise, you'll end up trapped in regret.
Bite my bottom lip, filling my eyes well up with tears. Can I really do that?
Yes, you can. I believe you can. You just need to do the same.
No. Aren't you just a big softy at heart, aren't you, Raymond? Once again, a confident, soft-hearted smile graces his lips, soothes the years of ache that's been hanging at my heart. I'll try, Ron.
No, there's no trying. Trying means you'll give up. I want you to have that battle mentality of getting back up, no matter how much it hurts to do so.
Francis, he pleads for me to fight for a better future for myself.
Tell me you will, Your Highness.
Wiping a tear from my eye, I smile at him. Gee, you're stubborn. But what's the saying? Takes one to know one. Place my hand on his, the one gripping my shoulder. I will, Raymond.
Now that's what I like to hear.
Hell yeah. Features soften and the smile dances on his lips. His eyes twinkle either from hope or the moonlight above. And all I want is to stay in this moment with him. With Ramon, don't need to hide behind a mask. With him, I can be honest. With that comes an abundance of calm and ease. Even if we're stranded out at sea together, Goddess Voxra forbid, in a one-sided battle, somehow I just know that with him by my side, I'll be okay. Yeah, you should smile more. Trace the little smile wrinkles with my fingers, admiring them carefully. You should smile more. I like it when you smile, Ramon. Look handsome when you do. His cheeks brighten up a shade and he lets out a cough. Oh, aren't you just adorable? We should get going. Getting late for you, and we both know how much energy you need for tomorrow. Oh shit, yeah. What time is it? Right, sorry. Scatter to our feet and put on nervous smiles. If we had just been caught doing something we shouldn't have. So, see you bright and early tomorrow, Ramon? I mean, Sir Dale? Jeez, I didn't realize I've been calling him that all night. But it just felt so natural to. Smiles gently at me. Smiles wrinkles warming my soul. Please, call me Ramon. But only when it's just us. Don't want the other knights to know I have a favorite. Favorite? Happy suddenly gone erratic again. Why do you have to say that? Does he know what he's implying? Understood, Ramon. See you tomorrow.
Your Highness.
Have a good night's rest, Redshirt. With a wave, I head back into the castle. Face res beat while Ramon leaves through the gates heading back home himself.